Hi, Zach.
Hi, Mrs. Lanice. This is my dad.
It's really nice to meet you, Miss Anise.
Is it Mr. James?
Now, show some respect to your teacher, please. Thank you. Sorry about that, Miss Lenise.
It's okay. Is it Mr. James?
Yes, it is.
Nice to meet you, Mr. James.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thanks for bringing your parents along.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you.
Is
Thank
just
you
Dad joining us?
Just dad is joining us, yeah.
Okay. Well, let me start off by saying, Mr. James, I really enjoy having Zach in my class. It's been a lot of fun this year so far getting to know him. He's got a great personality, awesome sense of humor.
Oh, that's really great to hear. He's a great kid at home.
Yeah, he's a great kid here too. So it's nice to meet you, and I'm looking forward to talking about how he's progressing in ELA. Zach, would you please pull up your reflection sheet?
Yes, ma'am. So, Dad, I have Mrs. Lanice for period 2 ELA. It's real fun. We get to eat our breakfast and stuff. It's cool. On B days.
Are you cleaning up after yourself? Because at home you're not.
Yeah, Dad, I'm
okay.
Okay, I'm cleaning up after myself. It's fine. So my strength in this class is that even though I have a C, I can use my vocabulary terms to piece together complete sentences based on different texts that we read. But I think I have a C because I'm not very good at writing paragraphs. I really want to improve my paragraph writing skills.
He could work a little harder at his paragraph writing. I agree with that, Zach. That was a really good reflection.
Thank you. I worked really hard on it during period 2 when this was assigned to us.
And while he's writing in class, is he having trouble staying focused, like while he's writing? Because I don't really see him writing much at home. So are a lot of the samples you're getting from what he's doing in class?
Zach, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, so I got to tell you, Dad, that there's been some homework that I haven't done. And so that's why I put in my action steps that from my family, AKA you, I really need to make sure that you guys are making sure that I'm completing my practice assignments because Mrs. Lanice gives us practice assignments to do. And I mean, you know, like the Dodgers are in the World Series and I really want to watch baseball.
Yes, and we need to have our priorities straight. So especially if you have practice assignments that you could be doing, you had no problem making it to baseball practice last week, every day on time.
I hit a home run.
Yes, well, we need to be hitting a home run in class as well.
Well, it's important to be a well-rounded person, so I'm glad you're playing baseball, and I'm glad that that's a successful activity for you and something you enjoy. But Zach, do you really feel like in class, are you using all of your time as effectively as you could? Because you do have quite a bit of time to finish those paragraph writing assignments in class.
You know, I don't know if I'm using my time properly. I know that I struggle through the paragraphs and I sometimes feel like maybe I don't have enough time, but also like I kept thinking about Mookie Betts's big catch from the other night and then I lost track of time. I'll be honest with you, Mrs. Lanice, I can't lie to you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate your honesty.
But is that a problem that he's having in class where he is often distracted by his friends or classmates?
I would have to agree with that, yes. I do think that Zach could spend his time a little more focused in class. And Zach, I think that you do get distracted by your peers and sometimes engaged in conversations about things like baseball. And so one of the goals that I have for you is to stay focused and follow instructions when you're in class. And I think that you would see that C go up to a B. Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, because he's definitely not a C student. I know that his capabilities are much higher than earning a C. Do you like his action steps, Miss Lanice, that he's laid out for himself?
Zach, read your action steps again, please.
So for myself, I need to make sure I ask good questions because I don't like to ask questions. I get embarrassed when I don't understand things. It's true. That's a thing.
Okay, let's stop and discuss that first. What can you do in class to follow through on that action step?
Raise my hand when I don't understand something.
Are you embarrassed to raise your hand in front of peers and ask a question?
Yeah, they seem to think that I'm really smart and I don't want them to think that I'm not smart.
Okay, so you're afraid of maybe asking a question that might embarrass you or make you look not smart to your friend.
It seems so obvious to like so many other people in the class. Like they all get it. I really worry that they're gonna think that I'm stupid.
So this might be a good opportunity to talk about fixed and growth mindset. We've been talking about that a lot in class. Tell your dad about that.
Oh, well, fixed mindset is when you believe that nothing can improve, and a growth mindset is when you believe that you can improve and get smart.
Oh, kind of like the excuse you give me for, oh, Dad, my room's as clean as it could get, Dad. I can't get it any cleaner. Kind of like that. You got a fixed mindset about cleaning the house.
I made my bed yesterday.
Yeah. Well, Mr. James, there's something else I want to explain to you about fixed mindset, and that's that when a student or an adult, for that matter, has the impression that they have to always know everything or always do the right thing, and they're afraid of failure, that also constitutes a fixed mindset. And so Zach might very well have a fixed mindset in the sense that he's afraid to ask questions because he's afraid of that growth opportunity, or he doesn't necessarily think he has that growth opportunity. That's something I have noticed with Zach in class, and I'm really glad that you recognize that, Zach, and that you want to grow in that area of being able to be vulnerable and recognize that it's okay to not already know all the answers or to not always be smart. It's okay. We're all learners. And when we trust the people around us, if you trust me as your teacher and you trust your friends, then you can be vulnerable in that way, and you can raise your hand and you can ask a question and know that's just a sign of being a learner.
I will do my best to then ask my questions and stuff when I don't understand things, Mrs. Linnaeus.
Okay, and I'm going to be more aware that you have that concern and that you're nervous about that, and I'll check in with you and make sure that you do understand, and I'll ask you if you have questions. Would that help?
That would really help.
Okay. Since Dad asked about your action steps, let's just check that.
Oh, so I need support, make sure I'm completing my practice assignment, and then I need some specific feedback to help me improve. So on my paragraph writing, I know that I know when I'm not doing enough, so I want to know what I can add to things to make them more complete paragraphs.
And you need that in class, or you need that from your parents?
I actually need that's from my teachers, so I actually need that in class.
So what specific steps will you take to make sure that Zach's completing his assignments? Do you have access to Power Schools? Do you know how to check his grades?
Yes, I do. I have access to Power Schools. I could look up his assignments, what he guys do, right, son?
You could, yes. Also, I can show you things on Canvas. Like if you want, I can show you things on Canvas.
Okay, so it sounds like we all have work to do to help Zach to be successful. Zach, would you please summarize the things that each of us will do to help you be successful and get that ELA grade up?
So Mrs. Lanise, you will be asking me if I have any questions so that I can be comfortable asking the questions that I have. And you will also be giving me some specific feedback on what else I need. I will be focusing more in class and not talking to my friends that are in the class about baseball, even though baseball is cool, but I won't talk to them about it. It's fine. It'll be fine. And then my dad is going to look at my assignments on Canvas and check my grades on Power Schools and look to my work.
Perfect summary. I look forward to supporting you, Zach, and I'm sure your dad does too. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. James?
No, Mrs. Linnaeus, there are no questions.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss Lindy.
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you. You can email me or call anytime.
Have a nice afternoon.
Thanks. You too, Zach. Good luck in the baseball game.
Thank you.
Thank you.